Hi GPT, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. By the way, today I went to immersive photo in Odaiba with my friends.
That sounds like a fun day. What did you think of the Ima Shibiru photo spot? Did you take some cool pictures?
No, because taking picture is forbidden in that place.
Oh, I see. That's a bit unusual. Was the place more about enjoying the atmosphere or the exhibits without photos?
It, I, I was impressed the place because uh, the concept the concept is very unique. In the immersive photo, it is like museum, no, like musical, but not only scene. You can explain the musical.
That sounds fascinating. So it's like an immersive experience where you're part of the musical and can explain or interact with it. That's
Yeah.
such a creative concept. What part impressed you the most?
Uh, uh, the in the place there are many actors and actresses, and you can ついていくことができるって英語でなんて言うの？
You can follow them で大丈夫です。例えば、in the place, there are many actors and actresses, and you can follow them. その場所では多くの俳優や女優がいてついていくことができます。自然な表現です。
There are many actors and actresses, and you can follow them. And but you can follow only one person because your body is only one. So so the story you can see the story is
There are many actors and actresses, and you can follow them, but you can only follow one person because you have only one body. So the story you see depends on who you follow. こんな感じで言うと自然になりますよ。
what is the difference between what I say and you said?
Great question. The main differences are about clarity and flow. One, your body is only one versus you have only one body. Your version is understandable but sounds a bit more literal. You have only one body is a more natural and commonly used way to express this idea. Two, the story you can see versus the story you see depends on who you follow. Your version is simpler, but it doesn't fully explain how the story changes. Adding depends on who you follow makes it clearer that the story varies based on the actor or actress you choose. Your version is good, but small tweaks make it sound smoother and more detailed.
Thank you for pointing out. And this
You're very welcome. You're doing great. Keep it up.
the story changes depending on what you who you follow.
The story changes depending on who you follow. と表現できます。シンプルで自然な言い回しです。
The story changes depends on you who follow.
Almost there. A more natural way to say it would be, the story changes depending on who you follow. In your version, depends on is used correctly, but you who follow needs a small adjustment to keep the sentence smooth and grammatically correct.
The story changes depending on who you follow.
Yes, that's perfect. Well done.
That is the interesting point for me. And it was my first time to explain musical like that. So it was so interesting.
That sounds like a really unique experience. Here's a more natural way to express it. That was the most interesting part for me, and it was my first time explaining a musical like that. It was so fascinating. You did a great job expressing your thoughts.
So I wanna go there again.
That sounds like a great idea. It must have been such a memorable experience if you want to go back. What do you think you do differently the next time you visit?
I experienced the musical of Sherlock Holmes. So and I cannot understand what happened and what is the truth in the musical. So I wanna clear the truth in the musical. 事件の真相が分かんなかった。
それは興味深い経験ですね。シャーロック・ホームズのミュージカルはどんな内容だったのでしょうか？もし理解できなかった部分があったのであれば、その真実を探求することはとても面白いテーマです。はい。ミュージカルはしばしば解釈や演出の自由度が高いため、真実が何かは観客によって異なる場合もあります。演出家や作曲家がどんな意図を込めて作ったのかを深掘りすることで理解が深まるかもしれませんね。どんな部分が特に謎だったのでしょうか？
The story is that in the town, they suicide 殺人事件が起こったって英語になんて言うの？
The story is that in the town, a suicide and a murder occurred. これで自然に伝わります。
The suicide murder occurred. Is that right?
It seems like you're trying to express something specific, but the sentence is a bit unclear. If you're referring to a suicide and want to mention Mother of God in some context, you might need to rephrase for clarity. For example, if you're referring to a specific event in the story, you could say, the suicide of the mother, who is considered a figure of God, was a key part of the story. Could you clarify what you mean by Mother of God in this context? It will help me suggest a more accurate translation.
連続殺人事件が起こったって英語になんて言うの？
Serial murders occurred. これで連続殺人事件が起こったという意味になります。
Serial murders occurred.
It seems like there might have been a small mix-up in the phrasing. If you meant to say the suicide of the mother or something similar, a clearer way to phrase it would be, the suicide of our mother occurred. If you were going for something else, feel free to clarify.
What is the meaning of suicide?
Suicide refers to the act of intentionally taking one's own life. It's a very serious and sensitive topic, often associated with mental health struggles. If you or someone you know is going through a difficult time, it's important to reach out for support.
What is the meaning of suicide in Japanese?
In Japanese, suicide is translated as 自殺. It refers to the act of intentionally ending one's own life. It's also a sensitive and serious topic, so it's important to approach it with care.
殺人って英語でなんて言うの？
殺人は英語で murder と言います。
Murder. The story is that in the town, murder occurred, and
It seems like you're starting a sentence but haven't finished it. If you're trying to say something like, this story is about the mother in the town, you could say, this story is about the mother in the town. If you meant something else, feel free to clarify and I'll help adjust it.
this story is that in the town, murder occurred, and 5 victims are born.
It seems like you're trying to express something specific, but the sentence needs a bit of adjustment. Here's a clearer version. This story is about a mother in the town and 5 victims are born as a result.
No.
If you meant something different, feel free to clarify and I can help refine it further.
In the town, murder occurred, and 5 people are killed by someone.
That's almost perfect. A more natural way to say it would be, in the town, a murder occurred and 5 people were killed. This way, the sentence is clear and grammatically correct.
In the town, murder occurred, and 5 people were killed. Is that right?
Yes, that's perfect. It's clear and sounds natural. Great job.
だから人々は真実を探し求めたって英語でなんて言うの？
Therefore, people sought the truth. これで、だから人々は真実を探し求めたという意味になります。
So people in the town try to find out the truth.
You're close. A more natural way to phrase it would be, so the people in the town tried to find out the truth. Here, tried matches the past tense you're using, and the before people sounds more natural.
So the town people tried to find out the truth.
That's almost perfect. A slightly more natural way to say it would be, so the people of the town tried to find out the truth. This phrasing flows a bit more smoothly.
So the people of the town tried to find out the truth.
You're close. A more natural way to express this would be, so the people of the town tried to find the clues. Applied doesn't quite fit in this context. Tried works better when referring to their effort to find clues.
そして私もって英語になんて言うの？
そして私もは英語で and I too または and I also と言えます。例えば and I too wanted to find the truth and I also wanted to find the clues どちらも自然な表現です。
And so and I do too.
You're getting there. To make it sound more natural, here are a few options. And I do too. So do I. I do too. These are all correct ways to express that you also want to do something or share a feeling. The structure varies slightly depending on the context, but these are the most common ways to say it.
So, and I do too.
It's almost there, but for a more natural flow, it would be, so I do too.
So
This is a smooth way to agree or add yourself to the statement. The and isn't needed here because so already connects the ideas.
And I saw the scene of the killer kill the people.
You're on the right track. A more natural way to phrase it would be, and I saw the scene of the killer. You could also finish the sentence to add more detail, like, and I saw the scene of the killer, but I couldn't make sense of it. Or if you're still unsure, you could leave it as is, with adding a pause for dramatic effect.
And I saw a killer, and I saw a person kill people.
You're getting closer. Here's a more natural way to say it. And I saw a killer, and I saw someone kill people. So this keeps the pauses and gives a more fluid structure. You could finish it with something like, so I was in shock. So I didn't know what to think. It adds some context to wrap up the thought. It looks like you started a sentence but didn't finish. What were you going to say? Feel free to share, and I can help you with it.
I took
問題が発生した。問題が発生しています。お話の内容を勉強できました。
I took two friends and I wanna 考察をしたかったって英語でなんて言うの？
I took two friends and I wanted to conduct an investigation. ここで考察をしたかったという部分は conduct an investigation と訳しています。調査や考察を行いたいという意図を表す自然な言い回しです。
I took two friends, so that means that they each of them see different situation. So I wanna share the conduction.
You're close. Here's a more natural way to say it. I took two friends, so that means each of them saw a different situation. I want to share the findings. In this version, conduction is replaced with findings, which refers to the results or conclusions of an investigation. Also, see is changed to saw to match the past tense.
I took two friends, so that means each of them saw different situation.
I took two friends, so that means each of them saw a different situation. This is a good start. You could continue it by explaining why you took them or what you want to do with the different perspectives they had. Would you like help finishing the thought?
So I want to share the findings. I saw the killer took people some documents.
You're on the right track. Here's a smoother version of your sentence. So I want to share the findings. I saw the killer take some documents from the people. This version flows a bit better, and take works better here because you're describing the action of the killer taking documents.
Could you repeat the phrase again?
Sure. Here's the phrase again. So I want to share the findings. I saw the killer take some documents from the people.
I saw the killer took some documents from the people that killer killed.
You're almost there. For a more natural phrasing, it would be, I saw the killer take some documents from the people that the killer had killed. This version makes it clearer that the killer took documents from the people who were already killed.
Who are already killed.
It seems seems like you're trying to express something different. If you meant to say that the people the killer killed were already dead, a more natural phrasing would be, I saw the killer take some documents from the people who were already dead. If you meant something else, feel free to clarify and I can help adjust it.
で、容疑者って英語でなんて言うの？
容疑者は英語で suspect と言います。例えば、the suspect is being questioned by the police. 容疑者は警察に尋問されています。
容疑者は二重人格だったって英語でなんて言うの？
The suspect had a split personality. これで、容疑者は二重人格だったという意味になります。
The suspect have a split personality, and one personality is good one, but the other personality is a killer. So the suspect 裁判にかけられるって英語でなんて言うの？
Here's a more natural way to say it. The suspect has a split personality. One personality is good, but the other is a killer. So the suspect is put on trial. In this version, I've adjusted the verb tense, has instead of have, and used is put on trial to express the idea of being formally tried in court.
あれ、裁判にかけられるって英語でなんて言うの？
裁判にかけられるは英語で to be put on trial または to stand trial と言います。例えば the suspect is put on trial. The suspect will stand trial. どちらも裁判にかけられるという意味です。
裁判って英語でどうやって綴るの？
裁判は英語で trial と綴ります。
trial。ぐるぐるしてる。
Loyal means being faithful or devoted to someone or something, like a loyal friend or a loyal employee. If you're using it in a specific context or need help with a sentence, feel free to share.
The suspect put on the trial.
You're close. A more natural way to phrase it would be, the suspect was put on trial. This uses the passive voice, was put, to indicate that the action of being put on trial was done to the suspect.
The suspect was put on the trial.
You're almost there. For a more natural phrasing, it would be, the suspect was put on trial. You don't need the before trial in this case.
The suspect was put on trial.
Yes, that's perfect. It sounds natural and clear. Nice job.
そして死刑が宣告されたって英語でなんて言うの？
そして死刑が宣告されたは英語で and the death sentence was pronounced.
And the death sentence was pronounced.
You're close, but to make it sound more natural, it would be and the sentence was pronounced. If you specifically mean the death sentence, you could say and the death sentence was pronounced. This way, it's clearer and flows more smoothly.
And this sentence was pronounced.
It's almost correct. To make it clearer, you could say, and the sentence was pronounced. The phrase, this sentence, is usually used when referring to a specific sentence that was already mentioned. If you're talking about a legal sentence, it's more natural to say the sentence.
But Sherlock Holmes said that the sentence was long.
That sounds good. Here's a slightly refined version for clarity. But Sherlock Holmes said that the sentence was long. This works perfectly if you're referring to a sentence given in the story. If you're talking about a different kind of sentence, just let me know.
But I can't understand it, so I wanna find out the clues.
You're doing great. Here's a slightly smoother version. But I can't understand it, so I want to find the clues. This keeps the meaning intact and flows a bit more naturally. You're expressing your desire to uncover more about the situation clearly.
Yeah, thank you. 26 minutes have passed, so we should wrap it up.
You're welcome. It was a great conversation. If you ever want to chat again, just let me know.
Yeah, thank you, and see you tomorrow.
You're welcome. See you tomorrow.